Bada boom boom. Right. We're live on YouTube, people. I preferred Wenger Bros, but yeah, that's done, innit? I think of days after him. Yes, people, welcome back to Danny AFC TV. We are live back in the place, 10 p.m. What's good? Shouts out to Phil, to Heather, who are already in the building. I'm about to end my TikTok live. Shouts out to everyone that has been on the TikTok. Shouts out to Jean RB. I have messed up my phone today, man. I asked for a password. Oh man, I should have asked WB. I don't even know what I was doing or what I was playing at, but never mind. Shouts out to all the real ones. I'm going to end the TikTok live. Let's end the TikTok live. Who's in the building? Shouts out to Heather. Phil, you still here? Why does it seem strange? Something seems wrong here. Is it my camera? EF4 joined. Oh, Phil Bringer probably. Oh, what's this? Phil, about 11. I've taken him on to the opticians. Blah, blah, blah. All good, all good. All right, guys. Who is with me on YouTube? Get the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if we're new. We're in the place. It's Arsenal versus Burnley tomorrow. What's your thoughts? Team lineups. Tomiyasu at left back. We're hearing Nketiah should be available. We don't know about Odegaard. I hear Jesus is going to be unavailable. This bag's annoying me. Guys on TikTok, peace out. Love to you all. I'm gone. Come over to you. Oh, whoa. People on TikTok, hold on. Let me give it a few minutes. Let's try and get a few people from TikTok over to the YouTube. Who is with me on YouTube? Shouts out to Phil, to Heather. They're the first in the building. Shouts out to WB, who's with me. Guys, we're going only live now on YouTube. Danny AFC TV YouTube. Please jump over to the YouTube channel. Right, guys, where do we start? Right. Have you heard Southgate talking? What's up? Oh, you good. Southgate is saying Ramsdale needs first team football. Is it time for Ramsdale to pack his bags? Is it time for Ramsdale to go Chelsea? What do you do if your name is Aaron Ramsdale? Juventus appear to end their interest in Thomas Partey. This could have a lot to do with the fact that Thomas Partey is actually injured. Emil Smith-Rowe, Thomas Partey, these are two casualties that Arsenal do actually want to get rid of in this January window, if humanly possible. Obviously, as well, Ramsdale could be a guy that is sacrificed. I don't think that is the number one choice that Arteta wants to do, but trust me, guys, it could happen. Dusan Vlahovic has been offered to Arsenal, Chelsea, Man United, and Tottenham. Douglas Luiz, the Aston Villa midfielder, has been linked with Arsenal. This has been going on now since pretty much late last night. Anything between 30 and 50 million pounds. Ravi Jahal, well, go on, my G. Shout out to you, E. Guys, I'm going to lock off the TikTok, guys. Stay with me. Guys, I'm locking off the TikTok. Come over to YouTube, please. Danny AFC TV YouTube. Love and respect, people. Okay, we'll just take a look at this. Take a picture of the stats, and I'll look at that later. All right, clip, do that. Lovely. Look at that as well. Make sure TikTok, please don't try and come after me, huh? You're not. All right, hold on. So sorry, people. Right, we're back. We're live. Mr. Jahal, what are you saying, my G? Long time. UE, what are you saying, bruvs? First of all, score predictions, Arsenal versus Burnley tomorrow. What's your thoughts, my people? Yes, shouts out to UE. He was breaking, I'm sure he was the first last night to break the news of Douglas Luiz to Arsenal. This has caught a lot of attention all day long, and there does appear to be legs in this story. What I'm hearing though from Villa don't need to sell, and they're pretty short in the central midfield themselves. They don't really want to be playing Don Donker or whatever. Tillemans hasn't nailed down a first team place. Aston Villa would definitely need reinforcements. So I don't know. The story has definitely got legs. Let me just get the stream. Liakers. Why is it show? Hi. Where is Liakers? I don't know. The story is definitely. Guys, do be liking, do be subscribing. First of all, who would want such a player as Douglas Luiz at the club? Shouts out to all the real ones. Do be getting the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if you're new. Nketiah to score. Dead team. Emil Smith-Rowe, Douglas Costa swap. Where's Costa these days? He surely ain't still knocking around in Italy. Where's Douglas Costa, bros? Do you mean Douglas Luiz? Douglas Luiz, I love it. I love it. Maybe. I think West Ham might want Emil Smith Rowe, bros, because the can of worms has reopened. They're saying Paqueta is definitely going to be going Man City in January. I think, listen, there's more talk. You see your Foden talk, bros? This is something we've got to look at. We've got to get Foden to Arsenal because you know what? If they bring in Paqueta, bros, that's got to be it for Foden. This Jeremy Decore, he's nuts, as we know. I don't see Foden getting minutes. When De Bruyne comes back, where does he get minutes? Where does he get minutes, people? I don't get it. Guys, do be liking, do be subscribing. And I don't know, with the Buendeas of the world, I don't know. Do they need an Emil Smith Rowe? Oh, did he like Emil Smith Rowe? Emery might feel we could get a tune out of Emil Smith Rowe. Tommy Yasu, would you swap him with the Crystal Palace centre-back, Mark Gay, and £30 million? Wow, but Foden will go. You don't get minutes right now without De Bruyne too. Exactly. So let's say from January, you got De Bruyne and Paqueta. Mate, I even say Grealish could be in trouble trying to get minutes in that. Do you know what I mean? What's up, Lee Akers? Lee Akers, I'm hearing the Paqueta back to Man City could be back on. What happens to people like Grealish? But more to my thinking, what happens to a guy like Phil Foden? Like, I swear to God, we've got to start trying to get this Foden to Arsenal, guys. I'm telling you, it makes sense. TikTok. Bros, Deku is unreal, bros. He is unbelievable. Bros, the geezer is bits. Like, there's bits to this guy. Like, how did we not go for him? Let me stop looking at these TikTok stats. I'll do this all later. How did we not go for Jeremy Decore? £56 million. 56 million. But guys, a couple of bits I'm going to go into. Juventus appear to be ending their interest in Thomas Partey. They could go for Calvin Phillips of Man City instead. Emil Smith Rowe, Partey, Ramsdale still seem to be the people most being mentioned of getting out of the club in January. Dusan Vlahovic has been offered to Arsenal, Chelsea, Man United and Tottenham. Juventus are looking at cashing in on the £60 million striker, still only 23. Douglas Luiz, anything between 30 and 56 million. Aston Villa, no. Arsenal's intentions. Jean-Claire Todibo. He's 23. He plays for Nice. He's got a 45 million price tag on his head. Barcelona would get 10% of any further sell-on fee. Real Sociedad fear Arsenal or Bayern Munich may bid and come in and just drop the money with the Spanish government, is how the rules are in Spain. You don't actually give it to the team. Remember when we got Thomas Partey in the last minutes of the transfer window and Atletico Madrid were pissed off with us? Well, yeah, Real Sociedad fear something similar could happen this January. £60 million, guys. Would you sell Ramsdale? Yes or no? Corinthians midfielder Gabriel Mascado has been linked with Arsenal. He's a central midfielder and looking the bits. He plays for Corinthians. Mika Beref, Motherwell, we could be saved. A striker could be coming back to the club in the summer. Pitino, did he sign a year extension at Arsenal? Norton Coffey doing well at Millwall. Marquinhos doing nothing in France. And Omar Rekik is playing and getting minutes in Holland. Victor Roque, money problems. The deal could be off to Barcelona. This is the Brazilian wonder kid, 18, who Arsenal was linked with. Calvin Phillips has been linked with Newcastle, Liverpool, and Juventus today. Ruben Neves has sent a come and get me plea to Barcelona, but would love a Premier League loan move until the end of the season. Guys, I take Ruben Neves in a heartbeat. It is, bruv. It certainly is the Zubamendi talk, especially if I reckon Arsenal wouldn't go into the summer. If Bayern Munich made a move, maybe we'd equal it because it's 52 million euro for us, Bayern Munich, whoever. Anyone fancy Ruben Neves? Eze signs a new deal at Crystal Palace, and Ivan Ferguson has signed a deal until 2029 at Brighton. Emil Smith Rowe could be fancied by Newcastle and West Ham, especially if West Ham do lose Paqueta to Man City. John got me stuttering there. I was thinking, why would Newcastle want Emil Smith Rowe? Who's better, Emil Smith Rowe or Willock? Anyway, Southgate hints Ramsdale could have no England future if he isn't a first teamer and suggests Ramsdale should leave. Guys, there's a couple of free transfers I want to draw your attention to this summer. Nico Williams, who I mentioned last night, Athletic Bilbao, 20 years old. Anyone like him? Morata, who have been linked with in the past. Tony Kroos, who's been linked with Arsenal and Man United. Lloyd Kelly, the defender Arsenal, Totti and Liverpool have been linked with over the last few days. Or the centre-back, who was doing bits in France at PSG. Kimbele. But as far as I know, he's been injured most of the season, if not all. Right, guys, score predictions for tomorrow. Is any of them free transfer? Nico Williams? I swear Atletico Bilbao would sell him in January. 5-10 million. Better than getting fuck all in the summer. Kimbele, French centre-back. I'm not sold on him. Douglas Luiz, I prefer. Douglas Luiz's party's prefer replacement. Good evening, Linda. Guys, do be liking, do be subscribing. Let me get the stream out there real quick. Why is it show? Oh, no. Where is the Acres? Shouts out to the Acres. Guys, real ones out here. Hold on. If there were 2 positions you could fill in January, what is the most important positions that Arsenal need to fill in January, in your opinions, guys? What is the most important? Like, we can say striker. There's probably a couple. I reckon Juventus would do a deal for either Federico Chiesa or a Dusan Vlahovic. Is there anyone else you'd rather see at the club, guys? What's your thoughts? Please hit the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if we is new. Watching Big Brother. Send the stream to A-Star. I told you, man. That one's like a ghost, man. But will phone you randomly for some dumbass reason. It just, I can already tell, just seems like booky is the word. Centre back and centre midfield. If Saliba is out, we are done. If Tilda is out, we are done. Give me a couple of names then, bruvs. I like Osman Diamonde, but he's got a £59 million release clause. Mark Gay at Crystal Palace. Maybe swap, trade Tomiyasu. Who else? Central midfield, who's realistic? Someone like Douglas Luiz, I suppose. Who else could you actually really get? Especially, you know what I mean? January isn't the easiest time to get people. I don't think Real Madrid are trying to let off Tukameni or Kamaninga or anyone like, oh my God, anyone like that in January. Guys, do be liking, do be subscribing. Just try to get a little bit of the hype up on... what do you call it? TikTok. Not as busy as a previous nights, but there you go. Might have another shout out onto TikTok later. Guys, please be liking, please be subscribing. UE, stay right there. Doug Luiz, centre mid, centre back. I like Gay. All right. Is he left or right footed? Not that it really matters, but again, the whole continuity and blah, blah, blah of teams, I don't know. Is he the guy? Is there another centre back that we're missing that could be better, cheaper? Osman Diamonde, I reckon it'd cost similar money. He's 19, but I suppose this guy is Premier League proven at Crystal Palace as well, and he's looked good for a couple of seasons. Is Mark Gay the guy, guys? Is he our boy? Guys, do be liking, do be subscribing. Leakers, what do you think? If you had to fill 2 positions in January, what 2 positions would it be? What is the most 2 important positions to be filling at Arsenal Football Club? And I couldn't agree more, because who comes in right now? Saliba got injured. It'll be Jacob and Gabriel. I'd be shitting myself. And if Rice went down, bruvs, Jorginho and who? Physically take place of the Prem. He's been starting for England. I suppose so. It would be a good shout. Would Palace want to let him go? That's a clown leaves. Bring Guendouzi back. Shouts out to you, Lee Akers. 9 above the A-star. So again, realistically talking, all right, Douglas Luiz could be realistic, but I think Aston Villa, that'll derail them badly. Tielemans hasn't really lit the place alight. Who plays alongside him? McGinn. I don't know. I think they could do without losing him. 50 mil. How about 30 and Tommy Yasu? Would you go for it? 30 mil and Tommy Yasu. Roy Hodgson's a big admirer of Tommy Yasu. What do you think? Would I want Guendouzi back? Well, Bobs, he was doing really well a year ago. I'm wondering why Marseille let him go. I think he is playing for Lazio in Italy. Well, Bobs, he's better than what we got going on, Jorginho or El Neni. Because apart from Rice, Bobs, who we got in central midfield? Like, again, like you said, if Rice went down, Bobs, what the fuck have we got? It makes me wonder now, why don't we play Nwari? Why did we let Lukonga go out on loan? Of course, yeah, Danny likes Guendouzi. He was good for us, though. He works hard. Listen, he played 50 Premier League games in a row between the age of 17 and 18. He didn't look that out of place. Give Palace 10 million. I think Roy Hodgson would want to shoot you just for saying that, bros. Personally, I think it would take a lot more, especially if him signing a new deal. I know what you look like. How would that be? Let's take Olois too. There's a few players at Palace. Elise all day long. Hey, you're Turkish. What is Zaha doing at Galatasaray? Is he getting in the team? Why haven't I heard Zaha's name ever again? What's Zaha doing? Bring him back in January on loan. I don't know why I have the feeling Galatasaray will get the hump with him. If I could take anyone from Palace, who would it be? Eze, I would imagine, could play on the wing as well. Olisier, whatever you want to call him. I reckon he's a right wing specialist. I go with the central defender, Mark Gay. As you say, if Saliba gets injured, we're screwed. He's going to play for France, not England. Well, he hasn't got a cap for no one yet, so that's not started. But doing well. Oh, he's a hero after beating United away in the Champions League. He's a hero. I forgot about that, you know. I forgot about that. Go on. Shouts out to Zaha. Yes, he's not bad. I'd still take Mark Gaya all day, all over him. Guys, do be getting the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if you're new. If you could fill 2 positions, or even 3, let's say you did do the sacrifice. Let's say Thomas Partey got sold 30 mil. Smith Rowe got sold 40 mil. Ramsdale went for 60 mil. What's that? 130 mil. So let's say we've got 150 mil to spend in January. How would you spend your 150 mil, guys? But remember, you have lost Ramsdale, so you'd have to put a goalkeeper in that. So, guys, yeah, before the end of the show, I want you to spend 150. But remember, Ramsdale's gone. Ramsdale, Partey, Emil Smith Rowe leave the club. But now you got 150 to spend. I want him. I'd be surprised if Gabriel sold in the summer for him. Real talk, Gabriel wanted to go Saudi in the summer a while ago, man, dropped him. I reckon it was a big club that come in for him, like a Real or something. I don't know. So come on, guys. £150 million to spend. Deal with the door, please.
Pick this song for you.
One sec, people. Yep. Hold on, I'm back on my channel. What's up? Coming up now. I'm on my YouTube.
Give me a picture. Give me a little tender bit and I'll come to
Yeah. But still, yeah. I'm like,
give it 5 minutes.
but there's no time. Half an hour. I'm another YouTuber. Impossible. Alright, cool. I'm knocking on my door. Alright, he doesn't know the attention. True, because I like him. I'm going 6-0 Arsenal tomorrow. Depends who's in the team, mate. Interesting. Nketiah here has made the squad, and we don't know about Odegaard, Saka, or Jesus. Has anyone heard any news, boys? Anyone heard anything? And that's a shame. Zaha is doing so well. I was hoping that they didn't like him in Turkey. Nick him on loan. Take Odegaard on loan in January. That's the next one I'll be trying to do. But anyway, the Acres and UE, Linda, whoever's here, 150 mil. So again, we've sold Ramsdale, we've sold Partey, we've sold Emil Smith Rowe, innit? How would you replace them in January? Let me have a quick think. You'd have to get a goalkeeper, so I'm going to go this geezer here. A centre-back or centre midfield? What is the biggest priority? Who's more gettable? Who's available? Who's a big central midfield? Zubamendi. Again, if you put the release clause on the table, I reckon that little prick would reject us, though. Holding out for a Barca or a Real Madrid. I don't know. I've got a funny feeling about this Martin Zubamendi. I heard he actually did reject us in the summer as well, but who actually knows? Guys, what is your score predictions for tomorrow? And 150 mil. Right. I'd replace Ramsdale with a cheap goalkeeper. Ray would have to be number one, obviously. All right, let me just put. So, all right. Gay. Palace, 50 mil. That's 65 I've spent. I've still got like 85 mil to spend. I could get myself a decent striker. Guys, Dusan Vlahovic or Ivan Toney. Say it was similar money. 70 million. Who would you go with? I trust none of them. Dusan at least is 23. Who would be better? Who would work into the Arsenal style of play? Who would be the more smoother? Ivan Toney with Premier League experience. Rah. That's your pal, mate. Just eyes. Your pal is here. Your mate is here. 4-1 Arsenal. All right, 4-1. I'm going 3-0. It should be a heck of a lot more, but you know what I mean? We don't know what squad we've got together tomorrow, do you know what I mean? And poor old Declan Rice. I mean, with no midfielders, there's only Jorginho or Elneny. Declan Rice is going to need a rest at some point, do you know what I mean? God forbid. Do you know, he would need a break, and like there's no one. Saliba can't get a break. You'll notice he plays every league game, every Champions League game. I think we need a central defender. All right, so with that 150 mil. Guys, if anyone's just joining, if Arsenal was to sell Partey, Emil Smith-Rowe and Ramsdale in January, Craig, it's great to spend 200 million and be short of quality players. Okay, so Craig, you've got to try and rectify this. I know you're losing 3 players. Partey doesn't play, we know he's gone. You get 30 mil for him. Emil Smith-Rowe, he goes West Ham to replace Nketiah, 40 mil. That's 70. And then Chelsea come in with the unthinkable. They give us 60 for Ramsdale. That's 130. I'm giving you and Grievo the total of 160 mil to spend in January. What would you buy? Bear in mind, you've sold or you've lost Partey, Emil Smith-Rowe and Ramsdale. You're going to need a goalkeeper replacement. I don't know if Zubamendi's good enough. It should be. I'm going 3-0 myself personally, Craig. We'll get into his score predictions and lineups in a moment. Which winger is gettable in January? But we need a central midfielder. Who could it be? Tchouaméni. Zubamendi. I don't trust this Zubamendi. I really don't. Guys, who is the central midfielder for Arsenal? Who's realistic? Who could we grab in the January window? A central midfielder. Douglas Luiz, maybe. Mate, I want to ask you a question. Stay right there. If Arsenal were to sacrifice Ramsdale, Emil Smith-Rowe and Partey, and then the latter two could be gone anyway. They don't get that many minutes. And you could spend 150 mil in January. Who would you bring in? As Yui said at the top of the show, if Saliba or Rice were to be injured now, our whole season is derailed. Imagine if Rice was out tomorrow, even against Burnley. You've only got Jorginho or Elneny. It's a disgusting lack of depth at the club. If Saliba got injured tomorrow, you're bringing in a left-footed centre-back or Tomiyasu, who plays everywhere anyway. I get it, but we ain't really got a quality centre-back to come in if Saliba or Gabriel went down. Jacob, I don't trust. Not even slightly. I'd say in January we have to harass Palace for this Mark Gay or whatever. 50 mil. Done. To replace Ramsdale, if he had to go, even though that wouldn't be my choice of business at the club, maybe a Bazunu at Southampton would be a bit of a stopgap. 15 mil he's available for. Now, who is a central midfielder? Zubimendi we know is available. Who could we get? Hello, Danny, mate. How you doing, my brother? I hope you're good. You're looking very, very intelligent. Those glasses, mate. Big up, come on, you Gunners for life. Shouts out to you. If certain Arsenal fans think Douglas Luiz is an upgrade to Thomas Partey, then they're more delusional than I thought. Well, yeah, bro, it isn't even that. Thomas Partey doesn't have a future. I'm not saying I want Douglas Luiz, but he's better than Jorginho, El Neni, or in fact, no motherfucker. Give me my 11. Or again, this is all dependent if there's injuries. Like, I really want to play Saka. I don't know. Right. Rare in goal. Right. Ben White at right back. Tomiyasu left back. Saliba Gabriel. Rice Jorginho. What else can you do centre mid? Havertz in the number 10. Even if Odegaard is back, I'll let him rest. Martinelli left. Martinelli left. Trossard right. Up front, Nketiah. I don't want Saka and Odegaard to play, man. Oh, yeah, De Gea instead of Bazunu. Bang, there's one you could put down, and you're fucking saving money. Go on. And Grivo, WB, sorry, is right up for that as backup. That's good. See, if you had to sell Ramsdale, you could get a David De Gea at least to the end of the season as a backup to Ramsdale, to Raya, sorry. There is ways Arsenal, if the Kronkers don't want to dig deep in their own pockets, guys, there's ways we could sort this out. But what is the most important positions and who is available? I say we need a centre-back and a centre-mid ASAP. If Saliba gets injured, we're done. Just like last season. Title chances, done. If Rice gets injured, look, we've only got Jorginho, Havertz, or El Neni that can play centre-mid. Screw all that Vieira talk and everything. Guys, do be liking, do be subscribing. 11 of us here. So if Ramsdale was to be sold, the unthinkable happened. Chelsea came in 60 mil. Emil Smith-Rowe goes West Ham, let's say 40 mil. Partey goes wherever, 30 mil. And we've got 150, let's say, to spend. I'm spending 50 mil at Palace, Mark Gay. De Gea, I'm dragging on a free. Central midfield. Could we get a Kameninga, a Tukameni? Why would Real Madrid want to sell halfway through a season? Central midfield. Obviously, yeah. You can force Real Sociedad by just putting the 52 million euros on the table like we did for Thomas Partey. There's nothing they can do. It'll be up to the player to turn us down. Is Zubimendi good enough? I don't trust him, man. Anyway, Raya, Shai, Gabriel, Willie, Zinni, Jorginho, Tilda, Kia, Martinelli, Trossard, and as a 9, Saka. Interesting, Yui. He would murk it there, but would take too much away from the wing. Our midfield is looking really weak. Partey and Odegaard out. Well, Partey's permanently out, mate. Arteta don't like him, so that's why we have to look to the future past him. Whether it is even a Douglas Luiz. Douglas Luiz is definitely not an upgrade on Thomas Partey. He's not a better footballer. But Thomas Partey isn't wanted by Arteta. Exactly. So I think in January, a central midfielder. So who, guys? Who is that midfielder? I would love Kameninga. I don't think you could get him in January. Shouts out to you, UE. Shouts out to all the real ones. Please get the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if we is new. Saka injured, ain't he? I'm not sure, bros, but I wouldn't be risking him or Odegaard tomorrow. He's in the squad. Okay. We can't even blame the Kronkers. It's all on Arteta and Eddie for signing trust players. Again, possibly. And then letting people go on loan. Tierney, Lokonga. We could do with these guys right about now. Bros, he only had a club for 6 months. He'll take what the fuck we tell him to. Tommy over Zinni, most definitely. That Balde hasn't signed a new contract at Barcelona again for financial reasons. I'll try and harass Barcelona. He's 18, just turning 19. left back, loves going forward. I'd be really, really, really trying to go for that left back at Barcelona. Try and take advantage of Barcelona in their financial situation. They wanted to get how many people on frees in the summer? Ruben Neves. They wanted Cancelo on loans. They wanted to do all of that. Do you know what I mean? Without giving their own players contract extensions. Tommy got a little knock. I'd rest him. Let Wanker Zinni play. Give me Vinny Jr., please. Almost impossible, bros. Unless I was going to say, unless you'd think like some of them racist things that happens to him all over Spain gets to him and he wants to come Premier League. You know, Man City would take him. But boy, if there was a day I had to lose Saka, I'd be like, boy, give me Vinny Jr. I'd have to agree, Lee. And again, bros, we're talking about if Rice goes down, bros, we're banging trouble. If Saliba got injured, we're banging trouble. I say go and harass Crystal Palace, Mark Gay, 50, 55 mil. Get De Gea until the end of the season on loan, free. Well, he's on a free anyway. He's unattached to any club. Arsenal only ever signed players on the Premier League. Yeah, that's very true. And yeah, maybe more wishful thinking. Right, Gea Palace. Guys, I've got to put a central midfielder in. Who could we get? Would Real Madrid sell Tuchemeni at 80, 90 mil? I don't know. Fuck it, we're going to have to be realistic. Zubimendi. Guys, I've spent, it's 52 million for Zubimendi and 50 for Mark Gay. That's 102 mil. If we had 150 mil to spend, we've still got 48 mil to spend. Where could that go? You go and get Douglas Luiz instead of Zubimendi. That gives you more money to spend. If you had 150 mil to spend, let's say even if you got Douglas Luiz for 40 mil, 50 mil to Crystal Palace for Mark Gay, that's 90 mil. You've still got 60 mil. That almost gets you a Ivan Toney or a Dusan and Vlahovic, surely. So if Arsenal are smart, if you really don't want Partey, you really don't want Emil Smith-Rowe, and Ramsdale ain't your number one, we should be actively trying to get them gone now. Go get your David De Gea, your Bazzuno, your goalkeeper, your stopgap, whatever it is, till the end of the season. Bazzuno, if he had a chance to prove himself, what, he's 21, 22, 23, got 20, 30 international caps for Republic of Ireland, do you know what I mean? Ever present for Southampton. Ain't the worst keeper in the world. David De Gea, free. He's unattached to any club. So that's 90 million. You've still got 60 mil. Guys, on that, with your 60 mil, would you go for Ivan Toney or a Dusan Vlahovic? Me personally, I think I go for a winger. Who? Rafinha, Antonio Nusa. Neves on a loan. I would do that all day long. Because there is a lot of talk that he might want to come back to the Premier League. I take Neves on loan all day long. We know his heart's set on Barcelona, but look where the fuck he ended up. Do you know what I mean? There was no Barcelona. Guys, do be liking, do be subscribing. What's your thoughts? What does Arsenal most need? I'm saying it's a central mid and a central defender and then a winger or a striker. I'm surprised no one's gone for him. Won the Golden Glove. I'm surprised no one's gone for him. Ain't the worst keeper in the world. Do you know what I mean? He makes mistakes. It was at Man United, isn't it? Man, any mistake at Man United is a high-profile one, isn't it? So it was just life's a bitch. I'm surprised Real Madrid, Barca, no one went for him in Spain. I am astonished. But guys, if we sold Thomas Partey, Emil Smith-Rowe, and Ramsdale in January, and we had 150 mil to spend, I actually believe with three very good players for that 150 mil. Will Odegaard play tomorrow? I doubt it very much. Keir Havertz, even though I don't like him, has had his two best games for Arsenal in the number 10 role when Odegaard has been unavailable. I don't say against Burnley as well, especially at home, the mighty Burnley. I say if Odegaard is fit enough, you leave him on the bench, you let Keir carry on in the number 10 shirt. Do you know what I mean? Shouts out to you. Is that Wada? Please get a like on the video. And brother, as you are new, please be subscribing to the channel. I doubt Odegaard will play. I'd like to see Saka given a rest. Saka, you know what I mean? He plays every single game. Trossard right, Martinelli left. Hopefully Nketiah, play him, even if he's half fit. I don't care about Nketiah. Throw him up front. I think he gets Luis from Villa and Gay as he likes buying from the Premier League. Instant impact, I believe. Tony rumours too, as he plays in the Prem. Interesting. The hair stayed at United for far too long. That was his problem. He was getting damn good money, that's why. He was getting damn good money. Shouts out to you, E1R, Lee Akers. Yeah, you know, I see a bit of that game, that Barcelona Shakhtar game. It was that Brazilian that come on for Shakhtar. That would have been a good goal, the goal that was disallowed. I reckon if he's fit, bros, he's got to be rested. Him and Saka. There's no need for them to be playing at Burnley, at home to Burnley. Right. Ansu Fati's looking decent at Brighton as well. That's pissing me off. How do we let that play Reece? I'd more play Trossard on the right, your mate, Martinelli on the left, putting Nketiah up front. But guys, if we did sell them players, we can get a lot. Mark Gaya, 50 million Palace. Douglas Luiz, 40 million Villa. That's 90 mil. From that 150 mil, there's still 60 million left. That's a Dusan Vlahovic, an Ivan Toney, a Rafinha at Barcelona. I think I'd go for a winger over a striker I don't trust. Then again, how much do I trust Rafinha? AC Milan having a shit season, but I think it will take a lot more than 60 mil to get Rafael Leao. 60 mil would be a decent down payment though for the little bastard. That would be the dream fucking window there. They'll get Douglas Luiz, Mark Gay, Rafael Leao. And you don't even have to spend that much money. If Arteta signs a low midfielder in January, we are still very short. Stop 100 million down signed. We are still very short. 100 million down, that's time Tony. Mate, Tony's not worth 100 mil, bruv. He's not scored an international goal, a Europa League goal, a Champions League goal. He's 28, and it's like he's just rocked up, talking about, I want to play for Arsenal, Liverpool, Man United, etc. I'm like, what? I don't know, bruv. At them silly fees, no. I'd even rather do some Vlahovic. At least he's 20 fucking free. And I'm hearing Juventus are open to selling either Federico Chiesa at Dusan Vlahovic for between 60 and 70 mil. I say at 23, that is slightly the better option than Ivan Toney. Don't know. What's your thoughts, guys? What would you be if you were forced into take one of them at 70 mil, UE? Would it be Dusan or Ivan? Dusan or Ivan, UE? I'm pretty sure Lee Akers would go Tony all day long. All day long. Antonio Nusa takes us to another level. What's going on, Hev? Maybe not immediately, Lee, but I'm telling you, we need, like, again, rather than these Reece Nelsons and Nketiahs, people, we're giving them 100 grand a week, people coming through the youth. How about just buy a couple of good young youths and Antonio Nusa? Bollocks, do you know what I mean? Buy them. What's going on, Hev? How you doing, girl? Shouts out to you. I feel... Excuse me, I could feel it coming, guys. What are you saying, Hev? Where's Phil at? I did see you at the comments right at the top. I was live on TikTok. I did jump in a little bit early, I think. But yeah, Arsenal versus Burnley. I'm going to take a little look later, but yeah, I'm not sure who's made the squad. I hear Eddie has made it. I hear Saka is available. But again, would you be playing them? Especially if there's any injury fears. I don't want to be giving people longer term injuries, especially when it's only Burnley at home. Who are Burnley? No, he's not worth 100 mil for Tony. But with Euro 35, Jorginho worth Did you? You know, I meant, yeah, Havertz, you meant at 65. No, they weren't. No, definitely not. And I actually get that. Still full of the cold. Yeah, mate, I'm telling you, Hevs. It's freezing out, though. He's not well. I don't know, bro. Again, put it down to one or the other, Dusan or Ivan. Who would you take? I know who you meant. I know you meant Havertz. But that's 100 million of bullshit there. I totally get it. But if you had to choose, who would it be out of interest? Dusan or Vlahovic? I'd rather go a winger. I'd be tempted to go like Rafinha. I'll talk to Barcelona about Ansu Fati now. Bollocks, take him back from Brighton. We'll sign him now, 60 mil. They've loaned him out for what? They obviously want to cash in on him. Give Barcelona 60 mil. You go for Tony. Yeah, I know what you meant, Mr. Craig. You go for Tony. Interesting. I'd go for a winger over both of them. Seriously, I don't trust none of them. I'd go for a winger. Even Rafinha. Rafael Leao, that would be the winger I'd actually choose, 24 years old. Do you know what I mean? He would help chip in with them goals, trust me. AC Milan not having their greatest season. Jean Albi, yellow, what's going on? I was telling a couple of the man them here. Let's see what your thoughts are. Bro, if we sold Ramsdale, Party and a Emil Smith Rowe, and you had about 150 to spend in January, who would you go for? I think we could make ourselves a better team. Mark Gay, maybe Douglas Luiz, firms up the midfield. That's definitely a strong English centre back there. And if the other 60 million there, I'll be going for Leo. And whatever we're short on the 60 mil, pay up for him. It certainly has. That's why the next window or two is vital now, Craig. Seriously, because there's only so many times he can be getting a 65 million Havertz. Like, how are you going to cover that mistake in the summer? No one's going to give us 65 mil for him, mate. I say you beg Bayern Munich to take him and then pay 70, 80, whatever it takes to get Musiala to Arsenal. That's the only way I see you getting rid of a guy like that, mate. Who is going to take Havertz? He earns 300 grand a week. Like, he's literally our top earner as well. Like, who done this to us? Why? Who sanctioned this? It's got to be a wind-up. I'll tell you, then he spent as much as Wenger did his whole career. Ridiculous. I think Tony will thrive with our wingers, whipping the ball in the box through the middle nicely. I get that. I don't know, bruvs. Why has no one noticed this great talent before he got to 28? Why doesn't he play for England? Why has he never been in the Europa League, Champions League? I don't know. I just think there's an array of people you could go and get than someone untried at 28. Arsenal love players with sell-on value. How the fuck do you sell a geezer on who cost 80 million at 28 and he's got no fucking CV? How do you sell that bastard on? That's why if you're still here, I see it as a non-runner, my brother. I see it as a non-runner. It doesn't make financial sense. Honestly, don't make financial sense for me at all. I see it as a non-runner. The geezer screaming Arsenal, you know what I mean? Brentford are going to fucking probably, you know what I mean? Maybe have to let him go. What good do you do? What's going on, Philippe? Maybe West Ham level. And again, no disrespect to West Ham. They need a striker. Antonio, do you know what I mean? Does it in blibs and blabs. He goes quiet for a little while. They need a striker. They tried Schmeichel. That didn't work. Do you know what I mean? But then again, they might have other things on their mind. They could be about to lose Paqueta in January to Man City. 45 minutes on the video, guys. Do be getting the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if we is new. I'm going to go into the Arsenal and Premier League transfer news as of today. And then it'll be almost time to go. Shouts out to all the real ones. Please be liking, sharing, etc. to your Facebooks, to your Twitches, Hitches, whatever social media you go with. Bro, it's going to depend who comes out the Champions League, mate. There's going to be a lot of good teams that finish third, mate, dropping out of that Champions League. And I think a lot of them will probably kick your ass. But again, we have to see. Stephen, do you want to hit the Champions League groups up? You busy? Get them Champions League groups up. And I'll give you an example of what sort of teams could be dropping out for you, son. Like, remember the Newcastle group, even if it's AC Milan, that's a tough team coming out of there. Are you going to beat AC Milan? They're not having their greatest season. If PSG don't make it, would you beat PSG with Kylian Mbappe? I'm not so sure, mate. So the current crop of shit that you're up against now, if it was to remain the same between now and the end of the season, who knows? You ain't got a bad chance. So listen, Bayern Munich, Copenhagen, Galatasaray, Man U. Well, Galatasaray, Man U, with respect, Group A, I think either of them or Copenhagen. Well, how the fuck are Copenhagen you got a chance of qualifying? All right. Anyway, Man U, Gala, or Copenhagen. Tough one. Out of the Arsenal one, you could have Seville or Lens, yeah? Or PSV Eindhoven. Group C, Real Madrid, Napoli, Braga, Union Berlin. Braga or Union Berlin. Difficult. Group D is about done. Real Sociedad and Inter Milan are qualified. So Red Bull Salzburg seem like they're going to drop out of that. That's a difficult team. Feyenoord will drop out of Group E, I reckon, because Celtic are waste man. Here's the one. Group F. Dortmund, PSG, AC Milan, Newcastle. If whichever four out of them four finishes third, currently it's AC Milan. If AC Milan was to play West Ham, I reckon they do you. Group G, Man City's group. It will be Young Boys or Cravana, whoever the fuck they are. You could do them. Out of Group H, it will be Shakhtar Donetsk that will finish third. They'll give you a difficult game. So that's what I'm saying, mate. As soon as the boys come out of the Champions League and whip into the Europa League, it is a total different kettle of fish. Shouts out to you, Joe. And that's not because I don't like West Ham or nothing, bros. I'm just being realistic, bros. AC Milan, Newcastle, Borussia, all of them teams are going to weigh you in, mate. I reckon. But who knows? Joe, how's Yorkshire? How's Barbara? How are we all doing? Do not forget, guys, please be liking, do be sharing, and subscribing if you is new, of course. Greetings from Yorkshire. Shouts out to you, Mr. Joe. All right, about 10 minutes left of the live. It certainly is freezing, man. I'm telling you, I woke up with a right drizzly nose today. What it is, where I smoke and everything, I need to leave the window open. I woke up today trembling. Wrapped up in bed, heating on, water bottle. Love it. Sounds nice and cozy, Heather. Shouts out to you. Are you still with me, people? Arsenal Burnley tomorrow, live, 2:45. Please be with me for the watch along. I'm going 3-0 to the Gunners. It'll be interesting to see who's available and fit and ready to go. Who's in the 1 to 11, who's on the bench. I want to see Anwari and Dubry be promoted to the bench as well, man. It's that time. In your condition. In what condition? What have I missed? What condition has Heather got? I was so close to shouting you for a drink, mate. You should have done, bros. You should have done, brother. Serious. The old Grievo. Been quite a quiet day, man. Seriously. Even the blower. Nothing's going on. Social media's quiet. The blower's quiet. You know what I mean? Guys, do be liking though, do be subscribing. Juve appear to be ending their interest in Thomas Partey. I believe Arsenal might want too much, or it could be the fact that he's injured. Emil Smith-Rowe and Ramsdale. Guys, these two English guys could be about to be getting let go by the club. Nketiah, Jesus, Odegaard, late tests and Saka, obviously, late test for Burnley tomorrow. Dusan has been offered to Arsenal, Chelsea, Man U, and Totti. Douglas Luiz, this story is gathering pace, people. Villa are saying they want 50 million. Real Sociedad fear Real Madrid or Arsenal could come and put the 52 million release clause on the table for Martin Zubimendi. Guys, yes or no? Would you sell Aaron Ramsdale? Arsenal will offer Keir Havertz to Real Madrid next summer. I find that hilarious. Corinthians midfielder, little Brazilian teen sensation, 18, Gabriel Mascado has been linked to Arsenal today. Victor Roque, his move to Barcelona could be falling through. Arsenal should be looking into doing something if that is true. Ruben Neves could be on his way back to the Premier League on loan. Sancho, no future at Man U. I think we all know this. Eze has signed a new deal at Palace, as well as Ferguson has at Brighton. Emil Smith-Rowe is getting attention from West Ham and Newcastle. Man City looks set to sign Paqueta from West Ham for 80 million. Any thoughts on Ramsdale? And what Southgate said today? Thanks, Danny. We're doing well. Weather isn't great. Travelling back home on Sunday. Well, safe travelling, my brother. I'm full of Have you done a COVID test? That you wish you got that vaccine. Who's that? Me or Heather? I don't wish I got any vaccine. It's negative. COVID's gone, man. That was a thing of the imagination. That was man-made. But anyway, let's not go there. Guys, I'm going to disappear soon. What is your final thoughts? I'm going 3-0 versus Burnley. Playing Nketiah till he drops, I don't care. Give Saka and Odegaard a rest. If they're on the bench, whippity-do and great. And as soon as we're 2-3 up, get Saliba and Declan Rice off the pitch as soon as possible. This is Burnley at home. This shouldn't be a game that's presenting us with any kind of drama or difficulties tomorrow. Shouts out to you, Phil Mitchell. Who have West Ham got at the weekend, bruvs? Chelsea, is it Chelsea? Chelsea who? Chelsea Man City? That's an interesting game. Let's actually quickly look at the weekend's fixtures before I go. Who has everyone got? That reminds me, I need a football bet. Right, Saturday. Right, 12:30. If you want to bet an interest in this, Wolves, Totti. Wolves, Totti cope after getting defeated, and Maddison and Van der Leyen both out for 3 months. Richarlison also injured. Arsenal, Burnley, Palace, Everton, Man U, Luton, Bournemouth, Newcastle. That is the Premier League on Saturday. Sunday, Villa, Fulham, Brighton, Sheffield United, Liverpool, Brentford, West Ham versus Forest, and Chelsea, Man City. And then, is there one on Monday? Nope, no Monday night football. That is the footy interest. That does remind me, though, I will have to look at the football betting for tomorrow. Guys, do get the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if you're new. Forest, I'd say you should have no problems there, old Phil. Oh, my God, the international break is back. Wow. How boring. Oh, Linda is back. You're doing Scotland, Norway. I don't think so. Scotland have qualified, is it? I don't think it's got any significant importance. I don't believe, has it? I don't know. Sure, Scotland have qualified. Scotland, brave at age. You can what I mean, wee man. They're home and dry, aren't they? I might do. I'll take a look at the fixtures. Let's get this round of Premier League fixtures done this weekend, and then we'll look into this international break come Monday, Phil. How's that? I'd rather paint dry it than fucking international break, though. What a load of bollocks, man. Literally. Shouts out to all the real ones. Please be liking. Please be subscribing. And we all hit the like buttons. Phil, Linda, Heather, etc. Any last minute predictions? I say 3-0 to the Arsenal. Rare in goal. Ben White at right back. Tommy Asu left back. Saliba Gabriel, central defence. Rice and Jorginho centre mid. Havertz at number 10. Martinelli left. Trossard right and Nketiah up front. Leave Saka and Odegaard alone on the bench. Let them rest. Let them chill. This is just Burnley at home. Thank you so much, Heather. And that will be one more thing I want to look at. What games are we coming up after the might of Burnley? So after Burnley, guys, it's Bradford away. Champions League, home to Lens, home to Watford, away to Luton. Guys, this is, I'll tell you what, yeah. This is a little period where we can pick up some points. This is going to be definitely a topic for tomorrow night, 10 p.m. Our little run now is quite interesting. WB, get on this. Burnley next at home. Away to Brentford. Well, we know it's difficult, but fuck me, they're beatable. Then it's Lens. Not forget that, but you know what I mean. Then at home to Wolves. Then away to Luton. I reckon I'll be at that game. Away to Villa. Difficult. Then it's PSV. Home to Brighton. Then away to Liverpool. And then West Ham on the 28th. Liverpool's on the 23rd of December. 31st is away at Fulham. And then there's a gap, 20th of January. Crystal Palace at home. Let's go through that again. This is a decent little run. Burnley at home. Brentford away. Wolves at home. Luton away. We've got to be getting 12 points. And hoping Man City, Totti have a difficult game. Slip up at least one game along the way. Because I tell you what, that is a decent little run we've got. Burnley home, Brentford away, then Wolves home, Luton away, then Villa away. England got Malta on the 17th of November. As I said, when this week's, especially when Arsenal Burnley's done tomorrow, I'll take more of a look at it. I'm going 3-0. Well, nice one, Joe. Shouts out to you. Shouts out to Barbara. Yeah, I don't know what I'll be doing in the international break. I'll have to, yeah. I'll probably, that's what, do you know what? I'll be pissing around a lot on TikTok. I can see it. International break will bug me. So, yeah, I'll definitely be jumping in and out of TikTok. I have to go check my TikTok stats in a second as well, because I jumped off that live because I don't know what I done with the effects in the bag over the head. That was proper pissing me off. So guys, 2:45 live tomorrow, Arsenal v Burnley. I will be back for the Arsenal versus Burnley reaction at 10 p.m. live. There might even be boxing tomorrow night. Is there boxing tomorrow night, Steve?
UFC tomorrow.
UFC. Did you say there's boxing tonight then? Someone's boxing. I'm going to go and have a quick look. Let me go and have a little look. Phil, I thought you liked the old boxing, son. Right, definitely not on Sky. No, that's not boxing. That's not boxing. That's not boxing. Hold on. That's UFC. 2 seconds, people. And nothing there. Alright, there is one other channel I like. Let me just check one more. Maybe a wee bit more conclusive. I don't believe there's boxing today, so it will be tomorrow. Alright, we'll chase that up tomorrow, any boxing. If there's any boxing while I'm live at 10 p.m, obviously, never fear, we'll be covering that as well. Anyway, guys, do get the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if we're new. I'm sure there is some sort of boxing tomorrow, but yeah, we'll sort that out tomorrow. I want to check live events. Maybe. Hold on, Eubank is fighting. It is tonight. Look up, Steve.
Isn't there 10 rounds?
Yeah, we're in round 8 now. All right, we may as well stay for the last few minutes. There is boxing. Eubank versus who? Schwarzkopf.
It's not actually Eubank.
No.
Like his cousin.
Yeah. Eubank fight right now. Yeah, I've just found it. Round 8, mate. So I couldn't tell you how they've been getting on. But we may as well see it to the finish. What's WB saying about that thing? I don't know. He weren't overjoyed of excitement. But we'll see. Oh! He's hitting him. Could we get a finish while Danny AFC TV's jumped over? Shouts out to all the real ones. Do be liking, do be subscribing. Arsenal versus Burnley tomorrow, 2:45 live. Please be with me. I'll set that stream very soon. Good little box for that Eubank. Ah, I see. Big up my mate WB. Last round of 10 here. Eubank versus, I don't know, some Schwarzkopf. Please be with me tomorrow, Arsenal, Burnley, and then tomorrow night, 10 p.m, the reaction to the Arsenal Burnley game. And there'll probably be some UFC. We'll look at something. There'll be something. There is Saturday. We'll make it a Saturday night tomorrow. WB, where's Fiona? All right, guys, we're going to just quickly look at the last round. 1 hour in.
Athene is fighting.
When? That is coming up.
Saturday the 18th.
All right, that's next week.
There's loads of fights there.
Last round. Oh, it's 9 of 12, sorry. So, no, there's a few rounds to go here, people. Eva, good night, girl. Peace and love. 2:45 tomorrow, girl, if you're not working. And, of course, at the 10 p.m. tomorrow, which never changes. And if you've got me on TikTok, Eva, Danny AFC TikTok. Go and follow, go and follow. Everyone go and follow, in fact. Danny AFC TV, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube. And good night, Eva. What channel is up? DAZN. It says in the top right corner. I actually don't think I went to the zone, but shouts out to you, Gravo. You got 2.5 rounds left if you hurry up. Oh, channel 5 according to Linda. Interesting. Don't know if that's Eubank, bros. I'm definitely watching it through the zone. Huh. I don't think I can be able to cover the last 3 rounds. People, honestly, it's all about Arsenal Burnley in the morning, isn't it? 2:45 p.m. I will be in the building nice and early. So come on, you Gunners. I don't think you need to risk the Odegaards, the Sakas, etc. tomorrow, guys. You know what I mean? It is Burnley. They shouldn't be causing us too many problems, innit? Come on, you Gunners. Guys, 2:45 tomorrow, innit? Peace out. God bless. Danny AFC YouTube. I might do another quick live on TikTok. See how it goes. Let me watch the last few rounds of the boxing. Peace out, people. Good night, y'all.